What's up, YouTube? It's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have Cody. Cody's going to talk about his very first wholesale deal. And I know a lot of you all are going to relate to his story. So if you all don't mind, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions regarding his story or on how to get your very first wholesale deal. So first of all, thank you, Cody, so much for coming up on my channel and just discussing your first wholesale deal and teaching others how to get their wholesale deal. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Doing well, doing well. Okay, so first I want to just talk about, how'd you first learn about wholesaling real estate? How'd you first, come about it?
Uh, Actually, about 2012, I started finding videos on YouTube about it, and back then it really wasn't a lot to find about it, just pretty much. And over the years, I've been watching different people, and about 6 months ago, I decided, hey, I'm gonna give it a try. And then
Okay,
I discovered Flipman,
right,
and
right.
I bought his course, and I watched a lot of his stuff and all that. And I couldn't really I understood the big picture stuff, but I needed somebody that showed me the smaller stuff, and that's when I discovered your channel.
Hey,
And
let's go.
with your yeah, with watching you, it really helped out a lot. I even used your contract.
Oh, let's go. So anyone who's interested in contracts, links down below, and you all can take a look at that. But that's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
and they work perfect with everything around me. Like this day, I went through a realtor, and I had no trouble with it at all. It was 100% perfect. Everything was right, and it was really quick.
Wow, that's crazy. So you didn't even use like your traditional real estate agent contract. You gave them your own contract.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And then they use theirs. You know how they use, and then they used another contract to get their part of it. So it was really simple. And
Okay.
we end up closing in a bank.
In a bank.
Like we didn't,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, we didn't go no title company, nothing. We went straight to a bank and closed out there.
Okay, that's very interesting. Wow, that's amazing. So by the way, so for other people who are watching, just to know, and even if they want to link up with you, what market are you in?
West Tennessee, Dyersburg, Jackson, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, that area is right there.
Okay, okay. So you're still in my same state, but on the other side.
Yeah.
Got
So
you. Okay. So let's talk about this very first wholesale deal. So we'll just break it down like how you found this deal, and we'll leave the numbers a little bit later so people
okay.
can just know about that later. But first of all, what were you doing to get this deal? What form of marketing were you partaking in?
Uh, I tried a little bit of bandit signs and it didn't really work out. I was actually about to get into, you do the mailers.
Right.
And I was talking to one of the new guys at my work, and he was like, "Hey, I invest in properties and stuff." And he said, "I got this property that it's so much wrong with it that if I fix it up, I ain't gonna make no money off of it." And I was like, "Hey, I'm a wholesaler," and it was pretty bad play. It was roof falling in, everything, and I tried to find a cash buyer, and I couldn't find nobody. So I just called. The house was like 45 minutes from my hometown, so I started calling real estate agents, and this lady I talked to, she was like, "Hey, I've worked at wholesalers and stuff," and she took care of everything. It was pretty nice.
Okay, okay. So got you. So basically you were thinking about, I guess you dabbled with some bandit signs,
Yeah,
but how many bandit signs did you put around before you kind of left that?
about 200.
200. Okay. Did
Yeah,
you get any like calls or
I
anything
did.
from that?
I got one person. I actually got a cash buyer, and then somebody wanted to sell their property, which I'm still talking to the cash buyer. He's a wonderful dude, but the seller I put a house on a contract, and I think everything it was like for 13,000. I was going to sell it to or wholesale it to like another cash buyer for I think it was like 16, 15 or 16, and the dude backed out. So after that, I just said I'm done with bandit signs. Plus, I call people, and it's just I have weird people calling me. To be honest with you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the thing. I hear a lot of people that get a lot of like other calls from
Yeah,
bandit sides, like other than like motivated sellers, they got a lot of
yeah,
cash buyers and like you said, random
yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love it when cash buyers call me. 'Cause I got like 5 or 6 that are constantly calling me at least every week. Hey, you got anything? You got anything? But the sellers, man, it was weird. I just started picking and choosing, doing drive for dollars, riding around, and and I'm gonna start doing your mailers.
Okay, got you. Yeah. To me, that's one of the best ways to get your first deal is just drive around. You're out in the market, you see the type of houses you're dealing with, you get to know the area and different things like that. Okay, so I guess you left that bandit size and you said a friend was telling you about a house. So you
Yeah,
said that he had a house that he wanted
yes,
to sell. Okay, and so you ended up getting in contact with the realtor regarding his house.
yes,
Okay, perfect. So it was like more of a networking type of lead
yes.
that you got. Okay, so it was 100% free in a way.
Yep, good for you. Yes,
Okay,
pretty much. It
okay,
didn't cost me anything. He has a bunch of other properties. Like he wants to work with me in the future. So he's also a buyer too. So I kind of have
okay.
a little about that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's always interesting whenever I hear like a cash buyer becomes a seller because it's all like at the same time they're buying your wholesale deals, but yet they want to sell their properties at a discount, which they can just sell it themselves. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
just confusing. But did you get a chance to walk through the property and different things like that? Like what was the condition of the property?
I actually never only saw the outside of it. The roof was falling in, the floor was falling in. I mean, it was a really bad property, and I pretty much had the realtor go up there because I was so far away, and she took care of everything. Really, to be honest with you. So I just marked it as property needs a lot of work, and everybody I talked to, I was like, hey, I don't think it'd be a good flip one, but it'd be a good rental property, and that's what the guy bought it for.
Got you. So what was the property type? Was it like how many beds, how many baths? Is it like single family?
It was single family, 3 bedroom, 2 full bath.
Okay.
Um, it built like 50s.
Okay.
I think it was like 56.
Okay, makes sense. So you said a realtor got in contact with you. How exactly did she have your contact information, or like how did all of that work, or did you call her up?
I called her. I called pretty much all the realtors, companies in the area, and most of them didn't want to deal with me, or I had a few tell me it was illegal to wholesale.
Mm,
And I got a hold of her, and yeah, and she was like, "Hey, I've done a few in the past. I can help you." And we closed in like 2 weeks.
wow, that's crazy.
So I mean,
So yeah. That's amazing. So you all take notes because I get a lot of questions about working with realtors, and like you say, you just have to call them. You're going to get a lot of no's, a lot of realtors saying, "Oh, this is illegal," because they
yeah,
kind of see you as their competition. They don't want to work with you,
yeah,
but you can find those few like you found that will actually work with you and help you
oh
get a
yeah.
deal done.
And she was really nice. She actually taught me quite a bit of stuff, explained more stuff to me, and she pretty much told me a lot of realtors are scared of wholesalers because we really don't have to we don't have to follow all the rules they do and stuff like that. And a lot of people I've noticed a lot of people like talking to me because they're like, hey, you're not a realtor, you can help me sell something and not take what I'll part of my profits and stuff.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's true. I mean, that's evidence that you can find those realtors. I mean, there may be a few, but you can still find them for sure. So with this
Yeah.
property, I know you were saying like your areas around Memphis and Jackson area. So are you like in Memphis, the city, or kind of like the outskirts, like the cities around it?
Uh, I'm about an hour away.
Okay.
I just do that area because I'm really familiar with there, pretty much West Tennessee in general.
Okay.
So I wanted to be in my state and places I know and the laws and everything and
Okay.
stuff like.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so let's talk about the numbers with the house. So how did it go with the seller? Did you have to like negotiate with them a different price? And what price did you get the property under contract at?
He pretty much told me that he had actually bought the house a year ago for $7,000, and that he wanted 14 out of it. He wouldn't come down no further on it. I tried to negotiate, he wouldn't. So I marketed it at like 20,000, and then I ended up getting 17 out of it.
Okay, that's amazing. All right, so first of all, at 14,000, the property as is, or like all fixed up, what would you say the property is worth, like after repairs and everything?
About 72, 76.
Okay. That's crazy, honestly, that he bought a house for 7 grand, first of all, and people are still buying houses under 20 grand. Like, That's crazy. But how
Yeah.
how much worth of repairs do you think? Because it sounds like it was pretty distressed. Like how much repairs would you say?
Uh, 36 to 40,000. Pretty much it costs what the true value of the house is after
Oh,
everything's said and
okay.
done.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah,
got you. So,
the house, it was a brick house. Like the outside house looked great, but the inside was just gutted out. So like I said, it'd be a good rental property, and that was it.
okay, got you. All right, so you got it under contract at $14,000, all fixed up. You said it was worth around 72. Sold it for 17,000. So you profited $3,000 total with
Yeah,
this. But I
yeah,
remember you telling me you kind of had someone there, like you had to split it or something like that. You can
yeah.
explain that.
When I talked to her, she wanted 10% of whatever I made, which would have been around $1,700, give or take. And then after everything's said and done, she came down a little bit, and I said, around 13, 20 or something like that. And I was like, how about we just split it 50-50, and then any deal we do in the future, we'll just do 50-50 on it. Because, she put in a lot of work, I put in a lot of work, and I thought it'd be fair.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. All right. So I guess working with the realtor, she's saying she wants 10% of the sales price. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that can go a little bit different, especially if you're gonna start wholesaling, homes that are a little
yeah,
bit, more pricier. But yeah, I'm glad you kind of stuck with that 50-50 of the wholesale fee
yeah.
itself.
Like I said, because she found the seller, and they actually in the contracts, you can only cash. So, and he buys all his through loans and mortgages and all that. So she actually found a loophole in the contract where he can get a loan, but it's not on the contract. So I mean, she put a lot of work into it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So from start to finish, I guess starting with with getting this house, like how long would you say it took you to close on this property?
For me, about a month.
Okay, okay, about a month.
Yeah.
All right. And when did you start, I guess, actively working in wholesaling? Like when did you start doing those bandit signs and everything?
About 6 months ago.
Okay,
I was doing part time and everything, and then I say the last 2 months I seriously got into it and trying to find deals and stuff.
okay, okay. Got you,
Yeah.
got you.
Uh,
All right. And then you told us earlier that it probably took about 2 weeks from when all things were signed to actually close the property.
yes, yes,
Okay, perfect. And so like you explained the closing situation. So it happened at a bank?
yeah, yeah. It was. I've
Yeah, yeah.
never seen anybody's wholesaling videos or anything. The whole thing was different, I guess. Because
Right, right.
in my hometown we have a title company, and then in Martin, or actually it was in Dresden, we closed on the house. They do lawyers, and she said,
Mm.
"Hey, you want to close at a bank?" And I was like, "I guess so. I don't know how that works."
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Sounds good. So, hey, $3,000, it may sound small to some people in different markets, but that's just proof that this is real, right?
yeah,
Hey, you got a deal done and it didn't cost you any money. You were able to make connections with a person with more properties, a realtor who works around the area and different things like that. So congrats to that for sure. That's
yeah,
a blessing for sure.
yeah. Uh,
Um,
and like I said, I only made $1,500, but I'm very excited about it. I mean,
right,
it came when I needed it.
right, exactly. That's the thing. Like whenever your first wholesale deal comes, I don't know, it's like something is working to bring that first deal at the right time for
Yeah,
everybody. Like whenever I hear people's first deal, it always comes at the right time, like when they most
it
needed
did.
it.
Yeah.
Mm,
But yeah, and I'll like to say to you, your YouTube channel has really helped me out a lot.
okay, thank you.
Flipman, I like Flipman. He has a lot of good videos and stuff, but to me, he don't really show the nitty gritty of it. Where yours, you actually go in detail, and your contracts are to me, you're a little bit better.
Thank you. I really appreciate the support
Yeah,
and everything. Yeah, I try to just be as raw, just with cold calling, even if I'm on prop stream, showing you different filters or just any process along the way. I try to be as detailed and transparent on it. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. So I guess the last few questions, what do you see now? I mean, how do you see wholesale working in your life right now? Do you plan on just getting more deals, or what's the plan?
I'm trying to get more deals, and then hopefully I can grow to the point where I can start buying investment properties and just start paying off stuff. And I would like to honestly do it full time one day.
Hmm.
But I see it's something I could do in the future. I enjoyed the crap out of it. It was fun.
Right, right. Do you see yourself working exclusively with realtors now, or like doing more of the paid marketing from here on out?
Both.
Okay.
The cash buyer I found in Dyersburg, the first deal I did, this went bad, but he was very good to work with, and he actually taught me a lot too. So I'll probably do both. But the realtor to me was really easy because he handled all the grunt work, I guess.
Right, exactly. Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, yeah, I appreciate you coming along on this journey and just showing people how to get their first deal and to show people it's possible. So if you all have questions, please comment down below. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Cody. And I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.